Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jack Benny. How do you like me so far? That line was given to me by my best friend, George Burns. You know, there's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do for my friend George. And George says that there's nothing in this world that he wouldn't do for me. We go through life that way, doing nothing for each other. You know, I can't believe it. As you know, I've been performing in show business practically my entire life. I've been a star on radio, television, movies, Las Vegas, concerts, and here I am after all these years on a Saturday night in Hollywood in a show called Everything Goes. When? You know, I did not ask to be in this show. I begged. Actually, I did ask the producers. You know the producers, Pia and Glenda? Yes. And I asked them if I could be in the show, and they said, well, being that everything goes, why not? So here I am. You know, a lot of you remind me of some of the performers that I've had on my radio and television programs. Like this lovely lady down here in front. You remind me very much of Mary Livingston, you see. And let's see here, who else? This gentleman right here in the front. Let's see here. No, not you. Oh, that gentleman over there. You remind me very much of Dennis Day, my singer, Dennis Day, you see. And this gentleman over there, you remind me very much of my orchestra leader, Phil Harris. And this gentleman over there with his arms folded and starting to fall asleep, he reminds me very much of my announcer, Don Wilson. A little bit. And let's see here who else. Oh, and this gentleman down here in the front, with the funny knee, you remind me very much of Rochester. Now, I don't mean Eddie Rochester Anderson. I mean, I did a show once in Rochester, New York. And there was a gentleman there who looked exactly like you. And see, oh, and is that Fred? He reminds me very much of my Maxwell. Because you're always coughing and sputtering and running out of gas. You know, a lot of people say that I'm cheap. And I say that's just part of the character I play on my radio and television programs. You see, the part of being cheap. And yet a lot of people say they looked up the word cheap in the dictionary, and there was a picture of me. And of course then I said, now cut that out. Now that's ridiculous. And someone else said that they accused me of having the first dollar I've ever earned. That's not true. I spent it last week at the 99-cent only store. And I even got a penny change, and here's the proof. See? So there. And the reason I went to the 99-cent store is I wanted to buy a nice gift for Pia and Glenda, you know, the producers of the show. I figured they were worth it, you know. So I bought this nice gift, and when I went to the checkout stand, the cashier called over to the manager for a price check. I said, price check? It's 99 cents. Everything in the store is 99 cents. It's the 99 cents only store. Price check. That's ridiculous. Gee, I got a heckler. You know, a lot of people say that I lie about my age. You know, I tell people I'm 39 years old. And someone said the other day that I don't look a day over 39. They said I look 20 years over 39. Then of course I said, well, everybody give me your best Jack Benny, put your hand to your cheek and say, well. Close enough. Anyway, I'd like to play a little number on the violin. Yes, first, of course, a little number. How about the number 2? That's a little number. Little violin humor. First of all, of course, I have the tune-up. Who said, uh-oh? Now, cut that out. I'm tuning up. That's close enough. The reason I keep the violin out of tune is so that I can play it in tune, you see. People say when I play the violin that it's funny. Of course it's funny. I'm a comedian. Everything I do is supposed to be funny. I couldn't believe this. By the way, I don't know if you know your violins. This is a genuine Stradivarius. I couldn't believe it, and it only cost $50. I think the salesman at the pawn shop seemed so honest. Actually, it is a genuine Stradivarius. They're very rare, if you know anything about violins. These were made about 200 years ago, and there's only about 10 of them in the whole world. It cost me $50,000. After the show, I always leave it backstage. I leave it wherever I go, I leave it. It's insured for $60,000. Anyway, thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the show. Hey, Rose.